Discovering I had a learning difference has been a challenge. It wasn't until October of my senior year that I had actually gone in and gotten tested. Reading was always a struggle for me, but no one really thought anything of it. Once third grade started, I ended up having to go to a different room for reading. This made me feel so different from everyone else because I would have to get up and leave the room and go do something completely different. My teachers then suggested summer school, so that's what my parents put me in. I did summer school for reading later on in elementary school. It didn't seem to work either, so eventually when I got to middle school, I was told to try the program called Sylvan. We did this for a while, but nothing seemed to change, so we just gave up. Going into high school, suddenly English had become incredibly hard, and I would always feel so frustrated and would spend so many nights upset over my English homework. It was even more of a struggle when I went to a different classroom for reading in elementary school. I would miss important units like grammar and part of speech, so I never actually got a chance to learn it. I didn't think this would be important, but it ended up being a huge issue for me now because it was such a simple thing that teachers would just assume you knew, and I didn't. High school continued, and I accepted that I was just going to have to work really hard and put a lot of time into my English class, so that's what I did. Even with all this effort, it still didn't really make sense, but I floated by. Eventually, I was able to get a 504 plan to help with stuff for my anxiety and OCD. When doing the paperwork, people asked if I had dyslexia. We didn't really know, but we assumed not. We also didn't think too much about it because my grades were really good. When all you know is to work really hard in English and take a bunch of your time with the assignments, you think it's normal and don't feel like it's different from what other people are doing. We would even do fast speech testing, and my reading scores were never flagged, they were just always on the lower side. As my senior year came, we started on the college process, and also at that time I started with therapy for other personal reasons. My therapist had asked if I'd ever gotten tested for dyslexia, and when I said I hadn't, she recommended I do. So my mom did some research and realized that it was very possible that I had it. So we called Children's and got tested. We couldn't end up getting an appointment till October, but once I went in and had my test, there was no doubt I had it.